So it is the night of day 26, bleeding into day 27. 6 night. So you guys are in this. So as you are surrounded by the 4 pillars and the vaulted ceiling, you see a throne carved in the likeness of a hydra. Painted on the walls, a large blue triangle. You see the same blue triangle in Rosnasi's forehead of his bald head. There's a picture of him sent to the chat. As you guys, as he's just kind of like looking down at you. He's pretty large. Like his upper body is kind of lithe, but his lower body is pretty large. As he sort of like curls up at the top steps of the throne room, and he says the following.
Oof, yeah, hello.
Oh, great.
I am Rosnasi.
Oh, God.
Welcome to my temple.
Why do you go from like
I kill
German
myself.
to like
Yeah.
Happy Leif Erikson Day? Is there
Sort of, he sort of coughs up this weird black blood that goes onto his arm that he wipes off, and he just. Salida has been telling me of your progress. I wonder, after conquering so much, besting the Queen of Bangalore.
Hang on, I got a lozenge in here somewhere.
I have a halls, buddy.
Be quiet.
Has ever heard of Ricola up here?
Sort of reaches into a small pack and pulls out a small potion and drinks a little shot of this weird potion, and just you see sort of some of the wounds like heal up on his body. Just, it's quite impressive killing Nanny Poo Poo, the hag of.
We all audibly
like doing. She's been informed me of your entire journey. You see, Salida kind of walks out of out of the shadows to your left, and she goes, "Salida, you will become more ascended tomorrow. Good work." And she just leaves without saying anything and just takes a long look at all of you.
Bitch!
Bitch! The doors down the hallway to your left open, and then she leaves and they close again.
Skank!
I come to ask you what your mission is for coming into my city, for you stand before the warlord.
Point of order. Are you like alone in this room with us?
You asked that?
Yeah. Is it just like us 4 in here alone?
It's the 3 of you and him. Yeah. What is your mission of coming to the city? Why have you come to Omu?
Fireball.
Well, technically we're here to try to stop the death curse.
As soon as you mentioned the word death curse, he goes, and sort of like he sort of like perks up, like, what about it?
Well,
We want to stop it.
we want to stop
Sort
it.
of coils upwards on his snake form and just, how?
Excellent question.
We are actively working on that solution.
To be fair, I was a fisherman before this all started.
I was a paladin of Ubtao before this all started.
Oh,
We all come from different places.
yes.
Bird.
Well, we are 3 misfits. You can call us the oofs if you like.
No.
No, let's not call us that.
The oogle, yeah,
Boogly booglies.
yeah, we're oofs. We're oofs. I'm trying to think of two words for O, and then I end with friends, but I can't think of one. The oogly
Friends.
the oogly ogly friends.
Companions.
Yeah. Well, a friend of ours passed away because of the death curse, and we are attempting to reverse it so that we can possibly save her life. That has seemed to have taken a back burner to what we have been doing.
Hey, we're here now.
Yeah.
here eventually.
Yeah. But that's really what we're trying to do. We don't have a fucking idea how to really stop it, though. Not
Are you
necessarily.
intentionally lying? Or you?
Am I lying? Do we know how to stop it?
So you've been given certain bits of information.
I mean,
Yeah,
we knew to
I'm
come
being as
here.
honest as I can. I don't.
So you know about.
We knew to come here to look for the source of the curse.
So you know about the soulmonger.
The dinosaur?
Well, the dinosaur's a bonus. There, I think, isn't it? Yeah, the dinosaur's a bonus here, because I think the heart is here somewhere. The heart of Ubtao is the.
Part of Ubtao was the large rock formation that you Valindra went to.
That's right. No, we're looking for the soulmonger, which is the cause of the death curse.
Yes.
Which was, in theory, in this city.
So you guys are looking for the soulmonger.
Yes,
know
we're
about,
trying
like,
to. We know that there's
Nine
a.
gods, all that stuff.
know
Nine
there's a-
trickster gods,
yeah.
which may or may not be related to it.
We know that there's a. We believe that there's probably I think we know there's a powerful wizard involved that is in charge of it.
Yes.
If worst comes to worst,
You've
the
also
way
gotten
to-
a lot of information from Yellow Banner camps.
These.
right.
And then Valindra gave you guys information on the soulmonger and where it might be.
Yeah. We're also here to kill a giant dinosaur.
Pen me. Thank you.
We're also here to kill a giant dinosaur. If that's prudent, if that's something, I don't know how cool you are with it, but I have special instructions to murder a dinosaur.
Oh, you mean my pet?
Forget about that. What about the curse?
Curse
What information do you have on it?
The curse super important. Really, I gotta be at that dinosaur ring in like a day, so I that is important.
You will remain here until I say otherwise. Now, what information do you have about the curse?
I'm assembling that information right now. I'm literally going to make a bullet point list.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the soulmonger?
Can we bounce ideas while we're gathering our information?
Does not appear to know what that is. Like he's like,
Well, that's
I don't know what that is.
that's apparently here in the city.
I control the
somewhere.
entire city, and I haven't found such a thing.
Well, then you're blind. Fuck.
Well, that's not entirely true. I control half the city.
What's
Yeah.
the other half?
That means you're
The
only
city is
doing half
ruled-
your job.
By its king,
Which is
a great beast that defeats my rule.
is that the dinosaur I'm talking about?
I wouldn't describe it as that. It's more of like a monstrosity, really.
Where is it?
It resides in an amphitheater, as far as my scouts report.
Yeah. Don't you
Far
want to control the whole city?
to the
How dope would that
northwest.
be?
I will, but my plan has to come together. The curse comes first.
and you can definitely tell at this point that he is suffering deeply from this death curse. Like as you start to put two and two together, that his skin is rotting off of his body at this point.
Arm falls off.
Arm fell off.
If you're here to stop the curse, then it appears that the fates have smiled upon me.
Well, I mean, we got tricked into it, kind of.
Seleda's a loyal servant. She will become more ascended tomorrow.
Yeah,
She's a traitor.
That's gnarly. Yeah, that's great.
I will help you.
Like Selena's real dope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
I love,
it's
like,
gonna
these-
be real bad when she overthrows you.
What'd you say?
I do fear civil war, but it is not Seleda that I am concerned with.
It should be.
Tell you what, you help me, and I will help you. We do not have to be allies. I don't expect you to become ascended, but
I don't think I physically can.
you can.
Start like just like
Right.
a robot snake would be pretty badass. Like, a
You'd be like Medusa.
We can work together.
robot Medusa.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Tell you what, I won't sacrifice any of you or turn you into one of us. If you do two things for me. One, in order for my rule of Omu to be undisputed, I need you to kill the king of Omu, the large beast that rests in the amphitheater. Then, well, that comes second after the more daunting task. Fenthaza, the second in command of the High Priestess, plots against me, I know it. She's been talking to a lot of the other Yuan-Ti in the temple. And she's trying to get them to rise up against me. She thinks I'm weak. She was here long before me. Now,
Did you say Fenthaza?
Fenthaza. Fentha.
Z-A, I think?
It's
Fenthaza.
Z-A.
Zia. Fenthaza. Cool.
I have a plan for how you can do this. And if you do it, I'll let you go. I'll give you full access to the city. And I'll give you access to my master's tomb. The last couple adventuring parties I've captured have been looking for the tomb. Seems quite popular with adventuring parties lately.
In a sought-after tourist spot.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you have your Red Rocket pass to go to the front of the line? Pizza Planet.
I could also reward you. I've been around for a long time. I have many riches.
Tell us how you would want us to. I imagine that Fenthaza has people on her side as well.
Dozens. There's
Would
the Yuan-Ti
your
population has exploded ever since the death curse. More and more adventuring parties have been coming to the city, and they have swelled our ranks. Probably half of them support her, and half of them are loyal to me. But they will all be loyal to me.
once she's dead?
Once she's dead, discreetly, I can consolidate power in the temple.
What's stopping us from once we kill her, if we kill her, her conspirators or her side just turning on us?
I have a plan for that.
Okay. Well, why don't you share us your
Plans
plan?
tend to fail
Yes.
when we're around.
Tomorrow night will be the 10th day, and once every 10 days, we perform a special ritual blessing Dendar, the loyal night serpent. The ritual is held in the cathedral, and the ritual starts the process of slaves becoming ascended. I will ensure that you are not one of the chosen, none of you. You will then sneak into her chambers. She gives a speech on the balcony, after which she will retire to her chambers. The entire population of the temple will be in the cathedral, taking part in the festivities. While she resides in there, you can sneak in and take her out. Once she's taken out, I will allow you access out of the temple. You can then go to the amphitheater and slay the beast. After which, I will meet you in the amphitheater. And, well, maybe not. You can come back here. I haven't traveled out of the temple in some time.
I imagine having...
He then pulls out a small rock and talks into it that you guys recognize as a sending stone. And just like, turn it up. Puts it back in his pouch. And it gets maybe 15 degrees warmer in this room.
So I imagine us having assistance with the King of Omu from your side of things wouldn't be possible.
With as many scouts as I've lost to that beast, none of them would choose to go with you, even if I forced them.
Fair.
I'd ask that you at least send Salil with us. She's come with us this far.
Yeah, really make her prove her worth.
For what is planned for Salida, she has done a great service of bringing many adventuring groups to me. She is to be part of the ritual tomorrow night. I caught a couple of red wizards that were going to sacrifice their arcane power. Will fuel her transformation. She will become even more ascended than she already is, after which she's probably going to need a month to recuperate in the baths to shed her old skin.
Do you think
We know those guys.
we could speak to them before you kill them?
No.
pretty pleased.
I don't control the prisoners. Sventhaza does.
Ah.
But don't you control everything else?
Shit.
I'd like to think so, but as head priestess, she's head of religious matters, and I control the military.
We may need to go talk to her. Update from our information.
Okay, go ahead.
So, do you... I'm going to see what he knows first.
Well, you can just rehash stuff without actually
Well,
saying it.
what we know is that Sindra Sylvain sent the Yellow Banner to help find this. They found the Star Fallen, which is trapped in a lantern, which provides them with information, which we do not have, but could be helpful. Then we learned that Ubtal, which was the primary god, just fucking, went to get milk and never came back.
True.
Then 9 trickster gods came in and took over Omu. Then Planar, the Archlich, showed up, slaughtered the shit out of them, and then forced the Chaltons to build a tomb for the dead gods. Once that was accomplished, he killed everyone. In the tomb is probably where the Soulmonger is. There are 9 cubes, 9 puzzle cubes, hidden around the city that will open the tomb. And the entrance to the tomb is marked by an obelisk to the north. So, north of the city, I would assume. Also, we know stuff about the Eye of Zoltek, which is like a big ruby that they use to kill people, but I don't know if that's completely relevant.
So it's an infinity stone.
It's just like bonus.
It was the top. It was the top of a pyramid, and it was used to impale people upon.
Right.
That's just like an ancient, super rich treasure.
So I recite that information. Does he know anything about Ubtal, the gods, the tomb? I
rehashed
rehashed it to us, but then I also bring up.
Okay.
Does he know anything about this tomb of the 9 gods?
I know where it is.
Have
I
you
wouldn't
ever-
recommend. The last adventuring party I captured, they had a couple of the cubes of the trickster gods. They wore yellow armbands. They refused to cooperate, and I tossed them in the tomb. Haven't seen them in a month.
You tossed them in. You opened the tomb and threw them in.
Oh yeah. They won't
So
be
we
here
don't
from
need
ever
all
again.
9 of the puzzle cubes to open the door.
You do.
Do you
have
all
them?
9?
I had some. Most of the time, they magically teleport back to their shrines in the city.
Oh.
But I captured a couple from the yellow adventuring party, and the red wizards. I took the rest of them. They had quite a few of them. They had 4 of them.
Can you tell us where their locations are? Like where they respawn, where they teleport back to once they're done? Because we're gonna need those to get in and out of the tomb.
I can get you into the tomb. Don't worry about that.
Well, we may need to go in more than once. Come in, go out, that kind of thing. So if we could find them on our own, we wouldn't have to bother you. Use your resources.
Use
you
a
still.
persuasion check for that. He's gonna roll insight.
Character stats. Okay, +1. 19.
With that, you start talking very eloquently, and he likes exactly what you're saying, and he goes,
I have all the puzzle cubes in my possession. I will open the tomb for you after our agreement has been reached.
Oh, of course. It's a mutual agreement. And if we need to get back into the tomb, like say we go in, have to come back out, and then go back in.
Once you come back out and the death curse is ended, I will allow you free passage out of the city.
Right.
I don't think we're gonna be coming back out if we go
think it's a
inside.
one-way- it's probably a one-way
we
trip.
walk in, it's full of like screaming skulls. and
We
just
walk
turn around and
in,
out.
we die.
No, I don't. I don't
We
think.
come
There,
back
I don't
out.
think there is a walking back out. I think it's once we're in, and it's still we're done.
Fair enough.
And if not, just fucking snappy, and we fucking get the fuck out of here.
"You still have one."
I suppose.
It stops working once we're inside.
I suppose that I guess this is the most advantageous choice we can make.
Yes.
Because I mean, honestly, what happens if we decide to kill him? We're still gonna have to get out of here.
We're gonna have to fight our way out of here.
And I'm pretty tapped as it is. Okay, I think that's probably the best that we can do. We'll kill this lady for us. If we have your word that I'll also, before we keep going, you know anything about the Sohn sisters?
Never heard of him. Is that another adventuring party that I get to capture?
You most certainly can. They're a bunch of old ladies like Nanny Poo Poo.
I hate that woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Even back in the day when I was the chosen paladin of Ubtao, I didn't like her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, we don't know. You don't know too much about them, then that's fine. We're never gonna find them.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, I guess. Yeah, we will take up your. We'll take up your offer to kill Fanthaza.
I wouldn't recommend causing open combat. This place is filled with my people. Or what are now my people.
Well, he's in the Coliseum, right?
No, Fanthaza is the person that is
Oh.
gonna start the Snake Lady is gonna start civil war.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what you gather is that he's the warlord of the Yanti, but the high priestess is gathering people to her side, and it's about a 50-50 split of the population, and he wants you to assassinate her, essentially.
Okay. We can do that.
We'll walk in. I'll summon the. Hey, have any day-old dead people or almost dead people that I can stab for you?
There's going to be plenty of dead people tomorrow night.
All right. Should have picked a different spell.
Nothing else in this campaign.
So,
blood.
I wouldn't recommend attacking any of the Yanti. Discreetly taking out Fenthaza won't cause a huge uproar that I can't contain. But brazenly attacking any of the people will cause them all to come down on you. And if they capture you again, they will surely feed you to the Umali, which you do not want.
Sounds very bad. What is that?
The Umali is the most descended that we have.
Just a chihuahua.
Fair enough.
That'd be fun.
Fair enough.
When you
A chihuahua with a snake
captured
head.
the yellow group,
I did.
did they have a lantern with them?
I took all their belongings and promptly gave a couple of them back. They decided to break out of here. They took all their belongings from the storeroom. I chased them down, caught them, and threw them along with all of their belongings into the tomb.
Gotcha.
Is there anything that you can offer us that would help us with the fight against Fenthaza? I imagine she's a
Any weaknesses, maybe?
powerful.
She's an extremely
Magic
powerful
user.
priestess and religious type. Anything you have that's anti-magical, she's not very physically adept.
Yeah, I don't really have any anti-magical stuff. Unless you could learn silence, that'd be big.
We have dispel magic.
Yeah, but okay.
That'll help a little bit.
The ritual is tomorrow night. You will have to masquerade as slaves until then. I will have you escorted to the pens, where you'll be with the other slaves. Keep up appearances. You will be asked to do labors tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, I will make sure that you are not one of the chosen. Don't take any of the drugs.
Drugs?
Yeah.
Can we keep our weapons and stuff on us?
Keep up what?
Will we be able to keep our gear with us, even though we look like slaves?
Some that may try and take it from you, but I won't take it from you.
We don't have to. Will we be in our same armors and clothing? Or. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a bingo. Okay.
Do you have any, like, daggers or anything?
I have a mace, a sickle, so I guess technically that would count as my small weapon. The quarterstaff and a warhammer.
You want a dagger?
Do you have one?
I can give you a giant fishing hook.
Just in case they take our weapons, sure.
Okay, here's a giant fishing hook.
I want to take his fishing hook and I want to put it in my ribcage.
Okay.
Just hook it
Inside my ribcage. So it's
like
hidden in
hanging.
my...
It's just
In
dangling.
And then I
there.
close my shirt back up.
Yes, under the clothes in there.
God, it's gonna
rattle.
suck when you walk around and it comes out and you just poop out a
I'm
dagger.
gonna put my
out a-
staff
It'll
in
just
your
go into my
ribcage.
pants.
Yeah, we could store like dried meats in there,
Right.
like a hanger.
Yeah.
We could just put you in a smoker.
Yeah, right.
Be perfect.
I would smell like
Hickory.
Hickory. Or maple or whatever kind of woods in this place.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
It is very crucial that you do not enter the cathedral during the ritual, or one of many things could happen to you. Go around through the main entrance to Fenthaza's quarters after she has addressed the crowd.
And have we? Can he mark our map? or at least give us locations on where these are. That way, we just have it as a
He can
reference.
give you a crudely drawn map.
Okay.
I think you sent it to the chat last time.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. There's been a lot of stuff in here.
He gives you a crudely drawn map.
Yeah, if you had to give the cathedral like a number, like what number would that be?
I'm sure you'll see it when you're doing your chores tomorrow.
All right.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna take a guess and say it's 9. I'm gonna say it's the room next door. I don't know that though. Sorry. I was blind. Someone spat in my face when that happened. Okay, well, what do you want us to do now?
I'll have you escorted to the pens. You will then spend the night there. And all day tomorrow, you will do what Sethlock tells you to do. And then after that...
And like the potion that he took earlier, the effects almost immediately begin to wear off after he's talking to you for a good like 45 minutes. And he just like begins to like look like more gray and more worse. And
Just do what Sethlock tells you. And then tomorrow night, you'll know the ritual started because all the Yonti will be in the cathedral.
Are there any allies that we'll have in here other than you? That maybe someone will know that what we're trying to do, maybe turn an eye for us as we try to do this?
make a perception check. Or a persuasion check.
Big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy. Fucking stupid fuck. 11.
You have to be on your own for this one.
Yeah, I figured.
Did we get the information on the priestess who has our 2 red mages? Do we know where she's at?
Well, that's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna go kill.
Is that the same priestess? I thought he
there
had
is one high priestess.
Well, we
Yeah.
might run into
okay.
them during slave
all
work.
right, no, that's fine. I thought it was 2. I thought he had one that was an ally.
There's
No,
one
okay.
high priestess.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I thought we had 2 different.
We might run into them during slave time.
I love slave time.
Yeah.
I love backbreaking work.
Sethlock, take them.
And you see him open up a door to a back room that you didn't find before, and it's a huge golden light when he opens the door, and then slithers in and it closes. And a large, basically it looks like a gigantic football like buff linebacker with a huge long snake head kind of walks out of the water to your right, and just
Come with me.
Yeah.
you guys are then walked down the hallway with the various carvings, and then you open up a massive double door. As the underground cathedral opens before you, at one end you see a sculptured balcony perching atop 5 rearing stone large snake serpent heads. Blood dribbling from the serpent's jaws falls into semicircular basin, and from there flows along the slope through into a wide stone bowl set into the floor. South of the bowl is a mezzanine, promptly situated atop which is a large cauldron that looks empty and cold. To the west, you see a large gong carved with snake patterns. You see various small, very gaunt humans scrubbing and scooping the floor. As you guys walk into the floor, you'll notice there's about 8 inches of just thick, coagulated, almost solid, in a honey-like state of blood as you guys walk through it.
We're in 9, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So you walked out of 11 into 9.
Yes. Cool.
You then are walked to the base of where it looks like there's a cauldron, and then there is a ramp. You guys are then one by one drug up the ramp as he walks you up it.
God, I must make an awful scraping sound as they drag me up that.
Well, there's so much coagulated honey-like blood on the ground all over the place that you just hear smushing.
Ew, grody. Oh, these are my nice silks.
You guys are and you see other people, like you see probably there's like 20 some people in this room doing cleanings. They're cleaning the etchings off the walls. You see people where they're like look mostly human but have snake eyes and snake patches. You see people that are the left half of their body is like all snakes. You see people where their arms are like their arms are vipers. You see people that look like They're just human, but have completely green scaled skin, and their mouths open up almost to their ears.
Hey, Balin, how's it smell in here?
Horrifying.
Yeah, it smells
Probably like death.
absolutely terrible. It is also very warm.
Oh, that makes it worse.
It's
As you guys
thick.
walk
I can
through all of
taste
the support pillars, every square inch of this interior temple area has carvings of snakes eating things and infants that are eaten by snakes, and the infants become snakes, and lots of various weird iconography in languages that you do not understand. What's up?
Is there things written in languages?
Oh yeah.
I can understand them.
Okay. As you begin to read
Yeah.
some stuff.
Just is there any like interesting information up there that we can,
You
I can
see,
deem?
Just
as you
says
guys are
death
being
over and
drugged through here, it talks about how Dendar were burst forth from the volcano and consumed this world. It talks about how the warm bloods are a scourge upon society. How the warm bloods can become ascended only through prayer and meditation.
We're fine.
Yeah, we have this one.
yeah.
Bathing in the blood.
great.
Yeah, down with them blooded people.
Become like it. You see large things where it's like the tenets, and one of them is like deception, like always deceive your enemies, always seduce your enemies, things like that. As you're drugged through this area, you're taking down a long dark hallway, and then you make a right and then a left, where Cephalok, the large sort of Yuan-Ti champion, sort of knocks before going in and lights beer up. You see a large. Looks to be a large storeroom where stacks of sturdy wooden crates and bundles of cloth and clay pots and various things and urns. You see a giant constrictor snake just sort of like come over and be like, a couple of... Go ahead.
Ignore that.
Yep.
I'm trying to get to this picture faster, but
You just... couple of warm bloods. And the Sethal's like, no,
Uno.
not today, Azimuth.
Yeah, just one.
Just one. We're
walk through
I'm ice cold.
The storeroom as he sort of opens up a set of metal double doors, and you open up into a large cavern-like chamber with bundles of straw everywhere, and like Salida kind of looking like Yuan-Ti, where their heads are snakes and some are human with scales. Walk around, they have whips in their hands, and there are people in there playing various rock versions of dice and dominoes, and they're sort of
say like rock versions
relaxing.
of songs.
You see,
A lot of Ed Sheeran covers in here.
oh yeah, you see a couple humans. You see a couple small Chilton children. You see a couple of Tabaxi. You see a lot of Chiltons are in here. There's probably almost a dozen or two people like in this area. You can hear like small whimpering, people just around the fire, just eating like lizards and snakes that they're cooking on the fire. And Cephalok kind of drops you off here and then goes back through the double metal doors. As you guys are around this fire area. 19.
Okay.
Yeah, a campfire casts warm light over the cavern. Heaps of dead grass and palm fronds are scattered about. It looks like these are makeshift beds. And the muddy floor is pitted with lots of footprints, and you see probably about a dozen people of various races around. And they're just kind of like keeping to themselves or playing small games amongst themselves.
Anyone wearing red robes at all?
They are all wearing what look to be like loincloths.
How much of my equipment do I have left on me?
You guys, nothing was taken from you.
Okay.
As part of your deal.
Just making sure no one's even attempted to take it yet.
I want to go to... I imagine I can tell the difference between Chultons and other people, right?
Yeah, you see Chultons and Tabaxi. And
I want to look around. Are there any like not Chulton humans around? Humans or elves? I don't remember what the wizards were. I don't think we were ever at.
Yeah, you see what looks to be like a woman, like a sort of generic, regular human woman that's like looks like she's got a large, what looks to be pirate bandana around her head.
I mean, I can always call and get a description of them.
True.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. I'm calling.
Who?
Well, I don't even know if she's technically an ally.
Valindra?
Valindra, yeah. Yeah, she...
Put that down.
Yes?
Hey, so we're in a camp, and your two red
Good.
wizard friends are good. Your two
No,
red wizard
not
friends are maybe potentially here. What do they look like, other than red?
My allies always have lots of ritualistic tattoos that they tattoo around themselves. They're all going to be bald.
Bald with tattoos.
Both men and women will be bald, and they always wear red.
Okay, all right.
Red robes with gold trim, heavy tattoos, and always bald.
How important are they to you?
Well, I'm just allied with them.
Okay,
we
fine.
have the same goal.
Okay, cool. They may or may not come back, or they might already be dead. I don't know. We're looking.
That's why I put my faith in you.
Exactly. Seeing we're still alive. All right, cool. Talk to you later. Click.
I want to go over to the clearly pirate lady. Mm-hmm. I go, hello, clearly pirate lady. I'm clearly robot guy.
She's sort of she's sitting there just sort of like trying to get the just eating the last bit of an apple core, and she just sort of looks. She just sort of looks up at you.
What's your story here?
There's no point in learning it. We won't know each other for very long.
Possibly.
Everyone looks here very defeated, for lack of a better term. They all look very sloth-like.
I say we start a prison riot.
Not very muscular. There are some children around. The tabaxi are sort of molting.
What if there is a reason to get to know each other?
What would that be?
We happen to have it on good authority that there's going to be a ceremony in 2 days or tomorrow.
Oh God! She sort of gets a small, what looks to be like almost a piece of quartz, and she goes over to the wall, and she goes into a back room, immediately leaves.
What?
She did that after you mentioned the day.
I follow her.
Okay,
I'll follow him.
You go into that back side area.
To the
So
west
you see
of
19 where
19?
the fire is?
Yeah.
To the west of there is all sleeping bundles. And all through the walls, the walls are covered in white tally marks. And then she goes to area which is labeled as the current month. And she marks off 3 more. And she's like, I didn't know it was tomorrow. Oh, God.
We'll take it fucking easy. We happen to know.
You'll get it!
Hey, we happen to know who's gonna be sacrificed tomorrow. We have been asked by, and now I need you to keep your mouth shut when I tell you this. Now I'm talking to you because you seem like a woman of the sea. I'm making
like a salty sea bitch.
I couldn't find work anywhere else. I was aboard the Dragon Fang.
spooky.
I was tossed over for insubordination.
Oh.
If I would have... I'd much rather be back with a ridiculous captain than be here. But oh well. It doesn't matter.
Do you happen to know of two wizard-looking types? Bald tattoos?
If any of us had any use of any magic, we would have used it long ago. And then... Yeah, okay, keep going.
So no bald people with tattoos in here anywhere?
Lots of us have tattoos, but not by choice.
I look around this room. Are there any bald people in here? I'm actually
A lot
asking
of them,
aloud.
the kids, look up and everyone kind of looks up. Everyone's being very quiet, and you don't really see any.
Well, that's a bust.
And then one of the
There's kids?
one of the kids comes over, and he looks to be about 10. It's a 10-year-old Chilton boy. He's wearing what looks to be like a flower garland, but instead of they're like dead flowers that he's just found in the cave, and there's just mushrooms in it.
Oh, that's depressing.
And he's just like, oh, he
Oh no,
He-
no!
he-
Fuck! I hit him with the stick. My stick.
kills him instantly. What was your question?
I'm looking for bald people.
Yeah, he's like,
Bald and tattooed.
only special ones get to become slaves. If you're looking for people who've been taken by the Yuan-Ti, they might not have even have made it this far.
God, you are a very well studious sounding boy.
Most
sounds
of
like
them,
you were going to go to Harvard.
most of them go through sort of like an initiation or application process to even become slaves. You're put in the prisoner pits. If you make it through that, then you get to have the privilege of becoming a slave.
Is that police siren coming from your sound or outside?
Probably outside.
It's outside.
Hey, kid, you seem kind of smart. Do you know a way out of here?
You seem pretty trusting. I'm going to tell you all our information.
Tried swimming, but they say something lives in the water. It scares me. They have rowboats, but the rowboats have all sorts of bells attached to them. And they leave the rowboats there just to taunt us to leave, but the bells attract something big. Don't believe anything they tell you. It's all lies.
Does anybody have silence?
Can you show me?
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow.
Can
They
you
keep us on guard at night. They won't let us leave the pens.
Yes, I do have silence.
And you still notice these sort of whip-wielding snake people just kind of walking around, observing you.
No, we might as well just hold out. I don't think a prison ride's gonna get us anywhere. We still have to get out. We don't know where we're going. It would be fun. Yeah.
We might die, but
No, I say we just kind of hold out.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
How many kids are down here? What's the deal with the other one? Not the one we're talking to.
Oh, him? I don't even know his name. Took his tongue.
This place
Took his
fucking
tongue.
sucks.
What is this, the mummy?
My name's Tavo.
Tabo. I'm gonna go over to the other kid.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Just a
I'm
small boy.
gonna-
Let's be about maybe like a 9.
I'm gonna kneel down to him and be like, "Hey,
Small Cholton boy.
what's your name? What is your name?"
He sort of goes and gets in his like little palm frond sleeping bag and like faces the wall.
He took my tongue. He took my tongue. I mean, we could just kill everyone for him. Prison riot.
After about an hour of you guys just kind of hanging out,
blood for your demon prison ride.
there is
kids.
you can if you're looking to cast that spell, you can swoop it up on your way in from the cathedral. So you guys, so you just kind of grab that because you guys made a deal not to be chained at the hands. You guys are after about an hour. One of the looks like to be what you assume to be a woman with no nose and a large mouth that goes up to the ears with sharp teeth. Just says lights out, and she tosses like a bucket of water on the big bonfire, and everybody goes into the back room
I just have two like green luminescent eyes, just like
to go to sleep. Yeah, and you see and
Okay.
you hear her walk into down a hallway, and everybody seems to everyone's been very quiet. Everyone goes to sleep.
Okay, so what do you guys want
I
to do?
recast Firebolt on the wood.
So you guys are that's fine. Relights.
What do you guys want to do?
So you guys are around the fire.
I mean, what are our real options? Try and escape now or just deal with it?
I mean, try to escape now, probably die.
I mean, what's the point of escaping if we have a deal? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
I think we can tough out one day of labor.
Yeah, I think so too. Plus, if we try to escape, we might not meet the wizards, and we might need their help in the tomb,
Or they're dead.
or they're dead. Either way.
And we have all of our gear, so if for some reason they do,
You have all your
go
gear.
back on their word, we can fight back.
Yeah.
I'd say we just deal with it. Personally.
We can just tough it out.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I agree. We should probably just hold out for now. Yeah, I guess we just hold out for now. I think it's probably the best choice.
Okay. And then on your crudely marked maps is number 5. 5 is Fenthaza's quarters. And then you've seen the you can only assume that the balcony in area 9 which are surrounded by the snakeheads is where she will speak.
Yeah, we should have asked how to use these magic circles.
So they're housed all in this same area. Like the two warring factions essentially are housed in this one fane of the Night Serpent.
Correct.
Interesting. Seems like a small space to have two warring clans.
Yeah, you don't really know how many there are, but
True.
This would be the home base.
Only like 10 of each.
But we know where she's at, right?
Yep.
We sneak out, kill her in the middle of the night. They might not mind it.
We'd have to get there.
Well, I mean, I can get us. I can put him in my backpack. Make him an item, and then
You are really
can
wanting to do that.
I can just dimension door me and you.
So thinking over the whole point of him saying to wait is that the entire population will be distracted during the ritual and the ceremony.
Right.
So like if someone were to raise an alarm, nobody would care or pay attention.
Fair.
No, I think waiting is our best bet, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you can do it. You can do anything you want.
In the middle of the
That's
night.
why it was so hard to
door
plan
out.
this. You can use that, yeah. Where are you going?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm okay. Then I'm gonna say we just long rest through the night, and then I'm gonna prepare my spells for the next day.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys are long resting.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys long rest, and you guys get what you can assume to be sleep.
Shit.
As you guys, you get full long rest, but you guys wake up the next morning and you just feel like that was not good sleep. My freaking back hurts from laying on this straw bundles. Couple things. Balin and Rex, you just feel just a little bit further from the keeper than you normally do. You just feel like he's not down here. Like he's not.
Really? Even with
isn't,
my
like-
quarterstaff in hand?
Right, you focus on your prayer and your meditation as you prepare your spells, and he seems far away. He is like in times where you felt the closest to him, which is receiving your staff. This is the opposite of that.
Huh.
It's a weird feeling.
Gotcha.
As Raven, as you wake up, you notice that you have fully, almost pale, almost paper white feet and lower legs.
Oh, great.
So you have all your bones, and then from the knees down are full-on fleshy feet and lower legs, and they have scales on them. And this is, you can chalk that up to walking through that coagulated blood did something to your bone structure.
Oh.
So he has legs now? I
has
look
the
at you
lower
and I
half
go,
of him.
ew, warm blood, ew. We used to have things in common. I remove his pants. Does he have a penis?
No, it's here.
Okay, good.
Down.
My knees
Don't
down.
you
So he
fucking
looks
ruin
normal.
this. Dickless brothers.
So you have feet. And
knock on your crotch with metal tack.
you have feet, shins, and calves now.
That's Christ. This already sucks. I already hate this.
They're like covered. They look kind of like Salida's skin.
I already hate this.
I can shave that off for you if you want.
No, I'm good.
You guys hungry? I look around to the kids and be like, want some leg meat?
What happens if I take my leg off at the joint? Anything? Does it go?
You can take it off. It's just it is.
Oh God, that's
warm.
so much worse.
It's warm and fleshy, and it's alive.
That's so much worse.
Quick,
Okay.
wait, hang on. I've never asked you to do this when it's not attached. Can you wiggle your toes?
Yeah.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Seems awful.
Do it.
I do it.
Oof.
It's fucking weird.
I like basically you can have some sort of function like taking your arms off and stuff.
Yeah.
But I assume if you completely dismantle yourself, you can't hop all your pieces through the jungle.
That'd be quite a sight.
Says you.
Ugh. Ugh. Quick, say liquid dump.
I'm gonna have some liquid dumps if I have to keep looking at my legs like this.
All right. So you guys wake up, and you guys wake up to the sound of a bell and the same sort of like woman coming back in like, supper's on, get to your chores. And she starts leading off like lists, and she throws a pot of slop.
So wait, I'm sorry. So walking through the sludge is what did this to my legs.
You can,
But he's fine.
yeah. Basically the only thing that
Okay.
you
Well, he's never been alive.
I've been skeletoned.
you used to be
Yeah,
alive.
but you used to be
Yeah,
alive.
you used to be a person though. At
You
some
used to be a
point.
flesh
the only
bag.
part that touched the sludge like
the flesh bag.
the only part that
featherhead.
touched the sludge like blood looks that way.
So,
And it doesn't matter that
didn't you say that
it
you
never touched my bare bones.
Well, no, it did. Would it? Would
You probably, like, seep through it.
I have armor on.
Yeah.
probably seep through your clothes?
I guess.
So, don't you like not know who you were?
Yeah, I don't.
take a dip and find out the next day.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, you come back out like an elfy, snaky person, and then if you don't like it, just skin that right off.
Unless it's permanent.
Unless it's permanent.
Does it hurt?
I could try that.
Can't
It'd
poke it.
probably take damage.
Poke it with a knife. See if you have feeling in it.
I'll do that. I take the hook blade out of my chest cavity, and it's like I don't like stab myself. I just
Right.
like boop, poke at my leg. Do I feel it?
It bleeds, and you, if you push any further, would take damage.
Oh, so it does hurt. Fuck.
You'd still wear all your armor on your boots and everything. Just
like
this,
this.
you all get the sense that this place is not a place for
Kosher.
long term. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not good.
pretty much.
This ain't it, Chief.
What's our chores?
Everyone sort of gets the usual, and she goes, let's see. For you, one who asked, who will be responsible for cleaning the bathing area and the nests?
Oh, well, that sucks.
You. You will be responsible for polishing the Great Hall.
There you go. You get more goop on you.
No, I don't want it.
And
I
you.
like the way I was.
You will assist Sopal in the poison distillery for the day.
I can handle that.
All right. So, everybody roll D4. Whoever gets the highest goes first.
I donated my D4 to
Yeah, so did I.
Hot 2.
1.
4.
All right. So we go 1, 2, 4. So, for the next basically like 8 hours, Balin Rex, you are taken, escorted out of the slave pen chambers and into around the corner to Area 14. In Area 14, it is as the door opens up, you see the air is like moist and sticky, kind of like sticks to your skin. Natural light spills in from cracks from the ceiling, and mud coats the floor. Stone workbenches are laden with clay bottles of various shapes and sizes, toadstools, snake roots, and belladonna plants grow among the clutter, fed by water seeping from above. Standing near the plants is a hairless man with scaly skin and a large bronze syringe. Lurking around him are 5, looks to be like humanoid bodies that he just sort of is commanding around. And he goes, watch where you step, new one. There's poison needle traps that I've put everywhere. This is where we make the venoms as we extract them and we test them on our subjects. There's many bottled poisons. So you need to make, basically, I need 3 medicine checks.
First one's a non-natural 20.
Okay.
You have +7?
Yeah. Jesus. First one is a an 18. And the last one's a 1.
Okay, with all that, you are scolded very little, and Zobal really likes your help around the distillery, and you learn a lot about poisons, how to make poisons, the kind of things that are done poisons. You're sent to a fungi cavern in the water type area, all along a boat, and you're told to gather certain glowing fungi, and you report back, and he crushes them, and he makes poisons, and is there anything that you'd like to do in this 8-hour time frame?
Well, I'm working with him. Can I mean, I have all my stuff in my bag.
Yeah.
I want to slip some of these poison mushrooms into my bag.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Poison vials or
Well, the mushroom,
plants?
the plant that we're using to
Okay.
create the poison.
Yes. Sleight of hand check.
8.
Okay. You do not think that you are caught, and you sort of slip some of them into your bag. And everything.
And I know how to make them, right?
Yeah. So he teaches you how to do all that. Is there anything else you'd
Is
like
that
to
just
do?
general poisons, or does it have to be?
It's a lot of very specific poisons. You probably have enough time to memorize how to do one.
Can I ask him what the effects of what we're making are?
Some of these coagulate the blood in such a way where the body turns to stone. Other ones make the body wilt. Others just deal massive damage. Some of these
Poisons will cause the eyes to melt.
Take it fucking easy. Take it fucking easy, Mangala. Jesus.
Some of them form like poison gas that causes the nose to fall off. Very, very different sorts of things. A lot of these, of course, don't affect us, but would do horrible things to your kind.
All made with this one mushroom.
Well, the mushroom is just for a very potent, likes to be like a gas sort of poison.
Okay, and that's the one that I know how to make.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have that. And he talks about how they get them. They get them from a lot of the Yonti, like people come in for milking appointments, and they bite the large jars with a wet fabric over them, and the venom seeps into it, and he does things with them.
Right.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this period? You have time to think about it. We're gonna get to everybody else.
Are there any poisons that affect the snake people?
A lot of them are resistant to them, which is unfortunate because a lot of this place is trapped with poison traps that I invented. And, but he's sort of,
Snake.
a lot of them can be dispersed with sort of fire. Is a lot of their weakness, and then thunder wave sort of attacks will blow the gas away.
Gotcha.
But don't tell anyone I tell you that.
Gotcha. Are there? There's no teleporty pad thing in here. I was going to ask about that, but I don't think he's going to know.
There's not. You do not see one.
No, I got what I know now. So
right.
How much mushroom did I get? How much could I create off of what I picked?
You can make probably like 4 to 6 vials.
Sweet.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right.